Okay, guys. So when you enter to the interface, you are going to be in the dashboard tab. Okay. Today we are going to explain the decision tab. Okay. So you guys are going to the decision tab, and in the decision tab, you can take decisions like at 3 different levels. Okay. At the product A level, product B level, and corporate level. Okay. So let's begin with the corporate level. Corporate level. You begin here with the cash flow statement, yes, which is the wallet of your organization, yes, the account, the bank account of your organization. So here you have cash at the start, and you begin to have different bullets that can or increase or decrease your cash, and at the end you have one position, okay, that at this point is negative, minus 3,000 and a half, okay. The boxes in your color are the boxes that you need to put information, because those are decision boxes, okay. So when we are at the corporate level, we have decisions with long-term loan in, this is to ask for a credit with the bank. Long-term loans repaid, this is to pay the debt with the bank, totally or partially. And we have another type of loan, but in this case is short-term loan, okay? And you cannot repay that one because you have to pay that immediately. This is why the name is short-term loan, okay? And there's another one which is dividend. Yes, these companies are in the stock market, so you guys can pay dividends, but not yet. Look at, if you guys are going to try to pay dividends right now, I'm going to pay $2 of dividend. It's going to get back again to 0. You cannot pay dividends right now because you are like the new administration of this company, and you are receiving the company with losses. Yes. And the meaning of the dividend is that you can, through the dividend, distribute the profits of the company to the investors. But if we don't have profits, instead we have losses, we cannot pay anything. Okay? So the decisions that we can take right now are related to the debt. Okay? And there's one slide, which is slide number 19, that tells me what happened with the long-term debt and what happened with the short-term debt. Okay, let's begin with the most expensive one, the short-term debt. Yes. The interest rate of the short-term debt is 12%. Yes, it's the highest. Yes, because like when you are going to the bank and ask for a short-term debt, it is because you are in a hurry. Yes, and so the bank is going to take advantage of that situation, and is going to charge you a higher rate. Yes, this is as well because there is more risk for the bank, no? But the long-term debt, it is divided by categories. Yes, you can pay only 2% of interest, or you can pay 8% of interest. Yes, how can you fit in one of those categories? According to the debt to equity ratio. Yes, The debt to equity ratio, what it is trying to explain is how much, like, are you concentrated with the debt, okay? So equity is like the value of the company, yes? So if the value of the company is, for example, 100, yes, but like all the video being, the computer, the share, yes. If all this equity of the organizations come from money from the bank, you are here in a debt to equity ratio of 100%. Like all the assets, all the value of the company come from money from the bank. Yes, so this is risky because this is too much debt. You can be close to a bankruptcy. Okay. So when you are above 80, it is risky for the bank, so the bank is going to charge you a higher rate of 8%. But if not all the money is going to come from the bank, yes, let's say that half of the money is going to come from the bank. So now you are going to have one debt to equity ratio of 50. Yes, so you will be in one category that is going to charge you only 4% of interest. Okay, so this is important to have that in mind. The simulator is going to here is going to make this operation of the to equity ratio automatically. Okay, so here you have the equity, and here you have the long-term debt plus the short-term debt. Yes. So the actual result, you are receiving the situation of the company with a debt to equity of 68%. Yes. And here, this is the forecast. Okay. So here, that's reality, and this is according with the decision that you are making, how it's going probably to be. For example, look at here. If I decide this is not smart to take one short-term debt, so I'm not going to do that anymore. I put here 0, and like that my graph probably begin to be better. At this point, the situation of the company is extremely difficult because it has a lot of debt, no? But for example, if you guys take one decision to repay debt, okay, let's say I'm going to repay $800 of debt. Look that now the situation begins to improve, no? Now you are in 80. Okay. Okay, so this is the information that you guys can change related to the debt level of the company. Okay? At the corporate level, there's another decision. Yes, now you guys have here the income statement, not the cash flow. This is going to give you a dimension of profitability. Sales minus cost. Yes. One of the costs is the one related with human resource and quality. No? So you guys have like 3 columns. Okay. The first columns are the actual results. Yes, of the previous period, like the information, the accounting information of the company. Now with the things that you are moving, this is like the forecast. Okay. And here this column number 3 is calculating you like the changes in percentage, okay, automatically. So, for example, in the last administration invested $100 in human resources and quality decision. The simulation is like bringing the same information as before, and it's putting here 100. Yes, but probably you guys decide, no, let's invest a little more in human resources and quality. Let's have a 20% increase. Okay. So when I type there $120, the simulator is calculating me automatically that when you move from 100 to 120, this is a 20% increase. Okay. Why it is important to invest in human resources and quality? Yeah. You guys can go to slide number 16, and you have that. What is to invest in human resources? Invest in selection, training, career development plan, yes, and in some tools like information technology, yes. And this has a positive impact on the employee morale. Remember that you guys are being evaluated with 6 different criteria, and one of them is the human resources criteria. Okay. If you invest in human resources, you are like improving the effectiveness of all business processes. Yes, those are marketing processes, research and development processes, and production. Yes, and there's like a lag. Yes, like a 1 period lag, because what you are investing right now is going to have positive results in the next round, not in this one. Okay. Okay, so this is it for corporate decision tab. Now you guys have decisions about product A or product B. Those are exactly the same decisions. Yes. Let's go, for example, to product B. In product B, let's begin here with the value proposition. Okay. And this value proposition is related to the slide number 7. Yes. If you guys remember this slide has four variables, because this one is not like a box that you are not going to type, but the other ones, yes. Time delivery is not a box, but price, administrative and selling, R&D, and payment terms are boxes for A and for B. So remember that more than price, this is the price elasticity demand. No? That if you charge a higher price, you are going to have lower quantities demanded, and vice versa. No, if you charge a lower price, you are going to have higher quantities demanded. But this elasticity is going to have a higher impact for A, yes, and for B, the impact is going to be lower. Yes. However, if we go and we are going to charge, for example, product B price, we are going to put, instead of a price of 50, we are going to put a price of 75. This is a 50% of increasing the price. Like, we are not going to sell anything, because this is too much. Even if the elasticity price demand, it is low for B, this is too much. Okay, so don't make like drastic decisions, because probably you are going to be affected. Okay. And those are the other decisions. Customer payment terms in days. In the last round, you are collecting the money from your customer 60 days later. Okay. you can take decision. I would give more days to my customer B, or I can give less days. No, you take decisions according with that slide of customer profile, because payment terms are more important for customer A than for customer B. Okay. Administrative and selling expenses and research and development expenses. No, look at for customer B is really important. Administrative and selling expenses. Okay, and R&D probably is a little bit less important than for A. No, however, there's a slide which is slide number 15. Slide number 15 is telling you that R&D is not only important for like to put your product attractive for the consumer or the customer, but as well for manufacturing purposes. Yes, like trying to decrease the manufacturing costs. Okay, so when you are putting money in research and development, you are like having two effects. One effect in the consumer and one effect in your factory. Okay, and you have like an effect immediate. You are changing, you are putting resources in R&D, and this is going to be reflected in this round. But if you keep going with that investment in every round, yes, and you do that in a constantly way, there's another effect which is going to be cumulative. Okay, so do not interrupt. For example, in one period, no, in this period, I'm not going to spend so much money in R&D because I want to reduce cost. When you are doing that, you are like stopping the cumulative effect. Okay. So this is the R&D. No? So for example, I would like to invest more in R&D, and I would put $220 instead of 200. This is a 10% of increase. There's another decision related with investment in facility, which is this one, this box. And investment in facility, you can see the rule in slide number 11. Yes. So it is more expensive to grow the facility with product B than with product A. It is 4 times more expensive. Yes, because once you invest $100 in facility investment of B, you are only going to be able to increase in the next round one unit of production. However, if you invest $25 in facility investment of A, you are going to be able to increase your production in one unit for the next round. So there's a relation 4 to 1. Okay, take that in mind. Other important topic of this slide is that the initial capacity is going to be like losing units available or being produced because the depreciation effect, yes, and like you are not going to be able to manufacture all the size of the factory that you have, because sometimes you have like a failure rate. Yes, some of your product is not going to be, it's going to be manufactured, however, it's not going to be able to be sold in the market by quality products. Okay, so here in the interface, when it says that facility investment, it's around $726. This means that for the next round, you are increasing the production capacity of B like around 7 more units, no? So if you put here a bigger number, look here that this number is going to change. Yes. So now I am investing more, so I am able to in the next round to produce more, no? Goes in the other side. If I don't invest a penny there, I only would be able to produce in the next round only 70 units of P. Okay? So here we have the information about productions and sales. Yes. Here we have some like white boxes. Those white boxes are like assumptions. And remember that the boxes of your color are decision, no? So let's begin with the decision. Production volume. Let's say that I would like to produce more. I would like to produce like 200 units of P. I can't, because my maximum or my usable capacity is 62. So this is the maximum that I can produce. If I want, I can produce less, no? I can produce 50. That's fine. But not more than my usable capacity. If I want to produce more, I need to invest prior in facility investment. Payment terms to suppliers. 0 days. Every time that my supplier of raw material of produce send me the merchandise, the raw material, I am paying him immediately. Okay. What I would, if I want, I can, for example, pay him not immediately, but 30 days later. Okay. What is the advantage of paying a vendor 30 days later? That I am improving my cash flow. Yes. What is the bad thing? The bad thing that the supplier is going to charge me an extra cost because I am paying him later. How can you calculate that extra cost? You are going to put, for example, 30 days, and you are going to divide that by a constant number that is going to be 600. Yes, this is always going to be 600. Okay, so this is 5%. So I am improving my cash flow, paying him later, but I am deteriorating my profit because the vendor is going to charge me 5% more. Okay. I would say that the important white box is this one, the sales volume, because when I put that I'm not going to sell anything, the forecast is being calculated with 0 income. Okay, so my forecast is going to be like not good. If I am going to to produce, for example, those 50 units, I would like to sell those 50 units. No? It seems that I have one in inventory, no? Because when I put here that I will be manufacturing 50 units of B, and I put here the maximum number possible, the interface would be back 51. This means that I have 1 unit in inventory, okay? That I can sell the 50 that I'm going to manufacture plus the 1 that I have in inventory. Okay. Look that now that I move here the white box, I have income. Before, when it was 0, I do not have income. Okay. So this is the white box that it is important. Okay. The other ones are like assumptions. This means that in the last round, all the 6 companies of the industry, they sold 389 units of product B. Okay. And you guys had the equal market share of almost 17%, because the 100% of the market was divided by equal pieces. So each one of the companies is having 16.7%. Okay. So you can make assumptions about the market size and the market share that you are going to try to get. Okay.